The Nifty Show.
We have Lee Jenkins with us, and we're going to be talking Street Fighter 2. Lee, welcome to the show, brother.
Thanks for having me.
Man, you're becoming a friend of the show. That was the third, fourth time you've been on here?
I think it's the third time.
Third time. Right on. So before we get in and start talking about Street Fighter real quick, I'd like to talk about the green efficiency of the WAX blockchain, because people are still talking about how Ethereum and NFTs are so bad. Could you maybe, enlighten the audience again who maybe hasn't heard about WAX and how green it is, and maybe what makes WAX so green?
Sure. So WAX has now been certified as carbon neutral by Climate Care. We actually now offset more carbon than we create, which I think is pretty cool. What it comes down to is architecture. So if we want to get technical, you got proof of work and you got proof of stake, right? And so proof of work chains like Ethereum and Bitcoin, the way those work is everyone's throwing computing power at the network and they're actually competing to mine blocks, right? And because of that competition, you end up throwing ever increasing amounts of energy at the blockchain to mine those blocks. But
wasteful, very wasteful.
It is. I mean, a blockchain is a glorified database. That's what it is. So it should not take the same amount of energy as many small countries to run an individual blockchain. Whereas on WAX, we use delegated proof of stake. And so a delegated proof of stake, you have the token holders vote on the block producers. And then once you're elected as a block producer, you provide only the exact amount of energy needed to operate the blockchain. So there's no competition, it's cooperation once you're elected, and you're elected based on your contributions to the community. So with delegated proof of stake, it ends up being this very efficient manner of running a blockchain because you're only using the exact amount of computing power necessary to run that database.
And then if you're staking, then you're actually earning some WAX as your reward because you're how does one get approved? Because I know a guy who does some stuff who likes WAX.
So to become a block producer, you submit an application, and then we have an Office of Inspector General that reviews all the prospective and current block producers. They write reports, and so all of the token holders can be informed about who to vote for. And make informed decisions when they're doing that voting for who should be the block producers on WAX. And it's just a constant process of putting out reports and everyone being able to evaluate them and vote and stake and earn staking and voting rewards. So it's a very efficient system. It's also definitely worth pointing out because one of the things you'll see on social media when WAX talks about that it's more efficient is everyone's like, oh, that's probably because it's not used that much, or it's used less than Ethereum. WAX actually has about 6 times more users than Ethereum does in daily average users, daily active users, DAUs. Okay. We also have about a massive number of more transactions. Let me actually share a screen with you that I think you'll find impressive. So let's see here. So sharing, let me add one tab and go into DApp Radar. Where is that? Here it is, the industry overview for DApp Radar. So obviously this is a third-party independent site. They review lots of blockchains. So we go to users per protocol first off. So there's Binance and WAX. WAX actually is ahead of Binance today in terms of number of DAUs. ETH is down at 96,000 versus almost 400,000 for WAX. So today, about a 4x difference in daily active users. You can go throw Flow on there. Flow today had 20,000 users compared to almost 400,000 for WAX. So that's almost a 20x difference. Then scroll down to transactions per protocol. There's just it's not even a competition. WAX, 16 million transactions today. Let me add Flow, let's add Ethereum. ETH had 175,000, Flow 110,000, WAX 16 million. So whereas Ethereum uses the same amount of energy as a number of small countries to run their blockchain because of the proof of work architecture. With WAX, you can see how much more volume of transactions we have. It's about the same carbon footprint as 5 US individuals. So about 1 US household is the annual carbon footprint for WAX. It's just,
did you hear that, folks?
Difference.
That is amazing information, Lee. Like this right here, this data, I look at this and I go, how in God's green earth is WAX only like $100 million market cap when we're talking about more transactions? Like we're talking 15x more transactions than EOS, the next competitor at Binance. We're talking about, I mean, you're talking 100x transactions more than Ethereum on a daily basis. And the price difference is just ridiculous. Now, a lot of these are just small, different micro transactions and things that are happening, you know, on marketplaces and trading of NFTs. But that's activity, folks. I mean, we're talking major. And so I wanted to cover that. So thank you so much.
And you know, one stat, people are like, well, where's all this activity coming from? It must be bots. It must be this. There are 30,000 plus dApps on WAX now. That's where the activity is coming from. Mm-hmm. We have, you know, many of
not only that, you have stuff like, you know, on our planet and people staking NFTs, and each one of those is a transaction. So there's a lot of little, and you have alien worlds, right? And cogs. Yep. And so there's a lot of these things in blockchain heroes. There's a lot of these things that are going on that are contributing to that. And those numbers are only going to explode. And you're basically saying the total carbon footprint for WAX is essentially the same as one household.
I mean, look at the rankings of users here, right? We've been complaining to DApp Radar, by the way. These volume numbers are dramatically off. It's about, you know, closer to 10% of the true volume of these markets, and they're working on fixing that. But the user numbers are correct. So you've got the number 1 and 2 marketplaces in the world by users for NFTs. You know, here's OpenSea, 6,000. Nifty Blocks, the number 2 in the world, has almost double that. Then you've got Atomic Market today, number 1 by number of users. So, you know, then you scroll down, you know, Simple Market's on there still. So, I mean, just in the top 7, we've got 3 of them. You know, Atomic Market alone has more users than every marketplace on Ethereum combined. We have a number of the top games in the world. We have a number of the top dApps in the world. We have, you know, we're dominating in NFT marketplaces. So the usage is there, it's massive, it's real, it's spread out across many, many dApps from many, many developers. There's no ecosystem like WAX in the world, and we're also carbon neutral.
Yes, so that's great. So let's transition for that. Not only do you have more transactions in these great marketplaces, but also you have top tier brand properties coming to WAX. So here we are, and you can actually go to this, folks, at sf2.cards will take you to this website, which is on.wax.io/street-fighter-s2. That's way long. Go to sf2.cards. It'll take you exactly here. And it looks like we are launching in a little over almost 3 days, a little under 3 days from now. Lee, tell us about Street Fighter 2. What's going on with this project?
So it's just a massive upgrade across the board. Should I continue sharing the screen, by the way, or should I?
Yeah, definitely. People want to see this. We're gonna make sure this video is available. So here there is a great video, that trailer here that you can watch when you go to sf2.cards, which explains it more. It's just an upgrade in every way, shape, and form. Right. First off, fully animated cards. Oh, there we go. Oh, we were grumping about that last time. We're like, wait a second, there's not enough fully animated badassery going on. Look at this. Now we're talking about fights and moves, and those are beautiful.
This is what everyone was asking for. They said, you know.
You got Capcom's attention last time by selling so many cards. We're like, wait a second, okay, you got our attention.
Yeah. So, you know, so first off, everything's animated. Second, we're not doing an unlimited sale this time. It's a pack limited sale. We have 30% fewer packs than we sold in Series 1.
Okay.
But one more important thing to note. We've now added key cards to the mix. Or sorry, I should say chi cards to the mix. Okay. So chi cards are fuel cards, almost like a trainer card in Pokemon. So to craft, you need chi cards. Packs contain 30% chi cards to give you the fuel you need to craft. So what that means is with 30% fewer packs and 30% of the packs being cheat cards, there are 52% fewer build cards in Series 2 than Series 1. So that means significantly less final cards will be created. This is going to be a much scarcer set than Series 1. So we have the massive improvement in animation, look, and feel. We have this new introduction of these crafting fuel cards called cheat cards, and then a dramatic reduction in supply of those build cards for Series 2. The way that works is, so you start out with your build card, right? So we've got 40 build cards for the starting 40 characters. Then to craft a final card, you take 2 matching build cards and 1 basic cheat card. Then you get your final card in one of these 4 rarities, all fully
So let me compare that to last time. Last time you had 2 build cards and you go pow, and then you would actually then add another build card to it to level it up to level 5. And then once you get to level 5, you do something else. And then that gives you that would give you the next level card. So this one right here is you're taking 2 build cards and a cheat card, and then boom, that's going to give you one of these final cards.
That gives you one of these final base, flame, KO, or collector's edition.
So there's going to be much less of a race as there was last time, where it was like everybody's like, oh, build. This one right here is like build pow.
Well, build POW, but there is still an upgrade for Power School.
Okay.
Except instead of upgrading 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you go from 1 directly to 5. To create a level 5 Power Score card, you take your final card, you add 5 more build cards to it, and an empowered cheat card. To create an empowered cheat card, you put 2 basic cheat cards together to get an empowered. Then you take that empowered, you take 5 more matching build cards, you put that together with your final card, and you get a fully empowered final card, which adds additional animation to the card. Plus, you then get the bonus card.
So let's recap that. So we're gonna take our build card and a cheat card. Boom. That's gonna create a new card. So now our new card, if we want to level that up, we have to have 5 more of those original build cards and an empowered cheat card, which means 2 cheat cards together. Boom. So essentially, you're taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cards to merge to create this final one. Yep,
that is correct. Then the bonus card comes in 3 rarities. It's a very cool, fully animated Ryu bonus card. And then you will use those bonus cards along with other cards in the set to create 2 more characters. We have Dan and we have Rose, which were recently added to Street Fighter in addition to the 40 characters that we had previously. So those are bonus recipes towards the end. So you craft through with your 40 characters, you get some of those close class bonus cards, and then you could use that to craft Dan. Then Rose has a special recipe that also uses some Series 1 cards to get Rose.
There we go. That was Joel's question. Joel, unfortunately, is not able to be here. He has had a thing going on. So that was his one question was, what was the utility, or is there going to be any utility from Series 1? I know that's what it's on a lot of people's minds. There's so many cards out there. So Rose utilizes some recipes, including some of those Series 1 cards.
Yep. And so then you've got...
Do we know which ones, or is that a secret to be figured out later?
It'll be revealed on the first day everything goes live. You'll see.
Okay. I imagine it'll be a run for those on the marketplace, I'm sure.
Absolutely. And then that's all 4 rarities of Dan and Rose. So you've got base, flame, KO, and collectors for both Dan and Rose. And the only way to get those are going to be using your fully empowered bonus cards, because the bonus cards can be powered up as well. So you'll have to power up the bonus cards and use those to get Dan and Rose. Plus, you'll also need some Series 1 cards for Rose. So we've done, I think, a very good job of creating a far more compelling set of recipes in S2. I think everything is just massively upgraded. I think the addition of fuel cards adds a lot of, interesting dynamics to the collection. And again, like I said, everything is going to be dramatically more scarce than it was in Series 1. We did that unlimited sale in Series 1. To be honest, we were not expecting, the amount of sales we got in Series 1. Like before Series 1, the biggest sale we had had on Wax was around $500,000. And then Series 1 comes along and boom, it was like $2 million in sales. It caught us off guard a little bit.
And then Topps had their baseball card launch, and that was another big one as well. So there's been something they're going to be doing another one coming up here. So let's talk about that. Is this on this webpage where you can scroll down and actually see the various different, like what are the packs, how many are there going to be, and what kind of limits are there going to be? Because I know there's a lot of whales out there who are like, gimme, gimme, gimme. And so I want to know, is there one of those sort of you buy some and then you have like a little cool down period? How is this going to go? Tell us about these packs.
So there's going to be 2 pack sizes, the same as Series 1. So we've got the standard pack with 10 cards for $9.99, the ultimate pack with 60 cards for $49.99. It's a credit card sale like last time. It's limited to 15,000 standard packs and 25,000 ultimate packs. Those numbers were picked based on, relative popularity of the 2 packs in Series 1. And it is, I believe, in each case, fewer being sold here than the total number that have been opened so far in Series 1.
Wow.
So,
so how many can we buy at a time? Like, so there's 15,000 of the standard packs and 25,000 of the ultimate packs. How many can I get? Like 5 of each at a time, or is there?
I'm pretty sure we're limiting the sale to $1,000 per transaction, which is, I think, what we normally do.
Okay.
So I think
20 packs. Those are going to go quick.
I hope so. I think, we put a lot of work into this set. Capcom put a lot of work into this set.
We like it when you slow it down a little bit more, like, because then it allows everybody to get packs. Whenever you have it where $1,000 per transaction, that's going to be 20 of the ultimate packs. Those things are going to go like that. And some of those standard packs, $1,000 worth of standard packs, that's like, that would be a lot of those packs.
Well, there is going to be something different in this sale to address that. We're introducing a queuing system with this sale.
Okay.
So when you show up at the site, you're put into a queue. Okay. And then the queue basically will display, it'll have like a timer. It'll be like, your position in the queue is X.
Sort of like how NBA Top Shot has been doing it.
Exactly how Top Shot.
That's needed because that's going to reduce a lot of the strain on the network, that where you have everybody trying to buy all at once. That creates this big problem. Allowing people to get into a queue, that could be really good. That could potentially solve that. I like that, Lee.
Yep. And so then after you make that purchase, if you want to make another purchase, go get back in the queue. And so that effectively gives you a cool down so that there'll be a chance for broad participation. So I think this is a constant process of improvement, right? I mean, NFTs are new. Everything we're doing with pack sales is new. And so I think we did a great job with S1, but we've managed to make a lot of significant improvements to S2, and this is just another part of that. All packs are pre-minted, all crafting is pre-minted, so there won't be the same kind of rush to craft for mint ones because it's all pre-minted.
That's good. So let me ask you this then. So say I'm able, and I open it up and I'm like, oh damn, I just got a mint number 1. And then I can build on top of that, and then it's still a number 1?
No. So the way crafting works is when you craft with a card, that card gets burned and you're issued a new card. Right. So the mint number of the cards, the build cards you get in the packs, is not related to the mint number of what you get from crafting. So if you have a low mint number that you got in the packs, you may want to put one aside. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But if you do, so then you could maybe be the first one to craft something, but since they're already pre-minted, you could get number 500.
That is correct.
So the fact that you're the first one to mint. So you know what? That's been one of the things, because I was actually moving or I was traveling whenever the original Street Fighter went on sale. And so I wasn't available to do that crafting land rush. And so I've not done a whole lot of them because I'm like, all right, great. Now I'm getting all these cruddy mints. What's great about this is that I could wait a week or two down the road and I could still get a mint number 1.
Yep, and so it should allow for more consistent engagement over a much longer period of time, because 1 month on, 2 months on, still got chances at mint ones, right?
Dude.
So people will continue engaging with this set for much longer, because they'll no longer say, oh, the low mints are all gone, right? So
well, this is what I've said. I'm like, the low mints are all gone. Now I just got to go buy them on the secondary market. So that's great. Any other cool mechanisms or anything you'd like folks to know about Street Fighter 2 launch coming up on, I believe, what, Thursday?
It's coming up on Thursday. Then we're going to, on the day before, we will be doing this demo pack to give us a chance to test the queuing system and then work out any final kinks. The demo pack will have, you know, a bunch of promo cards in it, promo stickers, I should say.
Looks like 1 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock, what, 4 o'clock, was it Pacific?
Yep, and that's to get the pack and then to open the pack.
Okay, so 1 o'clock Eastern is when they'll be available, folks, and then you'll be able to open them up at 4 o'clock Eastern on Wednesday, the day before the launch. Very cool.
So those are free promo packs, which contain stickers for Series 2. And then on Thursday is the actual sale. So we're going to be doing a good test of the queuing system, making sure any final kinks are worked out before the big sale day.
Boy, that's exciting. I'm really impressed with the updates that you've done. It really sounds like you listened to the community. You took a look at the data and you said, let's tweak this, let's tweak that, let's bring in some stuff from Series 1. Let's make it fun and entertaining, and allow give it a longer tail. I think you really did a great job on this, and I'm looking forward. I'm going to buy a bunch of them myself, because I'm going to be around, and I love the product. I love the brand. Great job. Thank you so much, Lee.
Thanks a lot. Thanks,
Leroy Jenkins.
Yeah.
The Nifty Show.